When you are cutting out the top of the Riley, if you have a fabric that is 58 inches or 60 inches wide, the best way to do it, because your front and back pieces A and B need to be cut out on the fold because they open out as one piece, it's more efficient of fabric if you basically bring the edges in and fold them from both sides here into the middle. So I've got my right side of the fabric inside. I've created a fold here which I know can fit piece A, the front, which is slightly wider because it's got the dart here, and then the B piece, the back, fits on the other side. This is at the largest size in the pattern as a size 20, so you may have room for manoeuvre if you're doing a smaller size. B is currently the wrong way up because I need the centre part to be on the fold, so I've just flipped the pattern piece over, but that's absolutely fine for cutting out. The trickiest pieces to cut out on the Riley are the front and back sleeves, and that's because they've got curved edges, but they need to lay straight so that when they're sewn into the garment they will hang nicely and at the front and back of your garment. What you need to do is get the grain line, get a tape measure and measure from the selvage to the grain line. So that distance there is 4.5 inches. It doesn't matter what it is, but just take a note of that and then move along a little bit and repeat, and ensure that that measurement remains the same in each position, which it does. If not, just tweak it slightly and then you can pin it, and if you want to first just pop some pattern weights in place and pin round ready to cut out. If you're cutting out the Riley on a narrower 44 inch wide fabric, then the front and the back pieces are on the fold, and then the sleeves fit in nice and snugly. Again, this is the largest size here, so you may have a little bit more room, but they fit fine with the grain line straight. And just be mindful always when you're cutting out that if you have a directional print, that all your pattern pieces are going in the same direction. So this would be the top, if you had a print working its way downward, the top of the sleeve, the top of the back and the top of the front. When you're cutting out the skirt and the skirt facing, both of these are positioned on the fold and fit easily on both widths of fabric. And just to remind you that with the pocket bags, if you're having two sets of pockets, one on both sides of the garment, you actually need to cut out 4. So you can pin this on and cut 2 out, and then just remember to position it again and cut out a second pair. When you are cutting out, just be careful not to over pin. If you put a lot of pins parallel to the edge like this, then you actually create little bumps, which makes it more difficult. So pop your pins in at an angle, away from the cutting edge and just at key points. So when you're cutting out on the fold, position that first and pin that, and then work your way around.